What's going on, people? It behooves me, I love that word behoove, to understand your motivation. Now, I'm not some sort of whiny little snowflake that needs a safe space to retreat to when I receive downvotes. I actually encourage it. And I also add that you should be adult enough to leave a comment explaining yourself. But every now and then, while I'm away working, I will grab my GoPro and drone and take some scenic shots of the magnificent country Australia is. And then I get this. What's with that? Are you that miserable that soothing music and a landscape that would make your eyes bleed compels you to hit the thumbs down icon? Hey, again, don't get me wrong, downvote away. I'm just behooved. Anywho, Rudy, sit back because this one is going to be a goodie. Now, whatever your issues are on transgender issues, chances are, like me, we are not transphobic. Real transphobia involves irrational behaviour and denies trans people a fair go, not at the expense of others. Real transphobia is physically hurting someone because they're trans, or not hiring the best job candidate because they're trans. Transphobia can be real, but fake transphobia is also real, and throwing or threatening to throw fake transphobia accusations around, especially in public discourse, does not help the transgender cause. I open with this so you are crystal clear with my standing on the trans community. Now, just because you good men out there refuse to date a transsexual woman as a choice does not mean you are transphobic. And you know what? That's okay, because no one goes around accusing homosexuals of heterophobia because they generally don't want to date heterosexuals. Trans people have no extra privileges than someone like myself. So why are we allowing this to happen?
Trans women are women! Trans women are women! Take back TPL! Take back TPL! No fear! Herbs are not welcome here! No hate! No fear! Trans rights are human rights! Trans rights are human rights!
Hate speech isn't free! Hate speech isn't free! Hate speech isn't free! You're very welcome!
Now, it continues to be a deeply disturbing mystery that parents are willingly marching their children down to the local library for the purposes of having a grown man dressed in the misogynistic equivalent of blackface to read a story and perform for them. Not only are drag queen storytime events absurd, immoral, and highly inappropriate for children at face value, they have been repeatedly proven to be dangerous venues for predators to sexually groom young children, all the while library staff and parents lovingly affirm the whole thing in the name of tolerance. Even after such events have turned out to feature convicted sex offenders and performers who allow children to lay on top of them, it seems no scandal is too disgusting to keep parents from bringing their children to these scumbaggery events. Maybe this story will. According to a Facebook post from the Child Protection League, a pair of drag queens using the stage names Sasha Sosa and Gemini Valentine, they were invited to indoctrinate children's story hours in branches of the Hennepin County Library in Minnesota. In the post, CPL attached a damning yet mercifully blurred photo in which Sosa apparently flashed his crotch to a room full of preschoolers at the Ridgedale Hennepin County Library on October 17th. How on earth can any parent sit through such a thing without scooping up their child and fleeing from the scene? And to say nothing of alerting authorities. If this man had flashed a child at the grocery store, the park, or anywhere else, he would be handcuffed. But because this took place in an educational environment, it is somehow acceptable to these sick people. In another photo, Valentine is seen preparing to read to a group of small children at the Hopkins Hennepin County Public Library on October 5th, wearing a disgustingly revealing spandex leotard that would not be appropriate for any man, woman, or beast to wear. According to CPL, both men appear to be only around 18 or 19 years of age, and both are frequent performers at strip clubs, apparently making them the natural choice for children's entertainment to the library board. Now, while the library appears to have cancelled 2 of their upcoming storytime events, a sign posted at the library states that they will be rescheduled soon. In a comment on their post, CPL added that the Hennepin County Library does no formal background checks on these scumbags either, which is a common failure among libraries who host these vile, pathetic events on top of their affinity for inviting male strippers to participate. People, hear me out. These story hours are harming children. No child has the psychological fortitude to withstand seeing a drag queen's crotch without trauma. No child can be left unscathed by the blatant sexual grooming that these events were obviously designed for. And no child is immune to the inevitable damage caused by exposure to such scumbaggery. Do what you gotta do. Call the Hennepin County Library and respectfully demand that they permanently cancel these pathetic events. Call your own library and let them know that you will not tolerate a drag queen story time in your city. Sure, have story time, but why does it need to be in drag? Rudy. On another note, have you seen the dribble on a YouTube channel called Queer Kids Stuff? It describes the channel and website as an LGBTQ+ and social justice web series for kids and families. The creator and scumbag Lindsay and its best stuffed friend Teddy explain queer topics through a vlog-style conversation with young viewers focused on love and family. The short videos are a tool for parents, teachers, and LGBTQ+ adults to help them explain these words and ideas to young children in their lives. And it's recommended for ages, wait for it, 3 and above.
Hey there, welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay and today I'm talking to the grown-ups about chatting with your kids about sexuality.
Now on its website, they claim to have over 1 million views from a TED Talk. Oh, is that what we do now? We just blatantly lie about numbers? I'll leave links in the description, but check out what this scumbag says.
But I get one comment over and over again.
How do you know what people are saying in their comments? You've disabled them. Even the likes versus dislike count has been turned off. So it's okay for you to sprout dangerous messages to young minds, but you suppress our freedom of speech. I can only go by the comments and votes on the TED Talk that you gave, which at the time of doing this was around 3,000 thumbs up to 13,000 downvotes. You are a pathetic and dangerous person.
But in the face of all that, I choose joy. I choose rainbows and unicorns and glitter, and I sing that it's okay to be gay with my childhood stuffed teddy bear.
Now you might want to identify as LGBTQ+, but we are going to identify you as scumbags. Who remembers a time when TED used to stand for Technology, Entertainment and Design? Now it's a whole leftist political party, just like this person's predatory channel. I mean, listen to how this scumbag described the 2016 election in the US.
Today I want to talk about the election here in the United States. On Tuesday, November 8th, 2016, we elected Donald Trump to be the next president of our country. Because of these results, the last week has been hard for a lot of grown-ups. I'm sure it's been hard for you too. I know you are sad and scared and confused. Your grown-up probably is too. It's okay to feel those things. I have also been sad and scared and confused, even angry. I want to tell you the truth, that Donald Trump can be a mean person. The grown-ups who voted for him, they can be mean too.
Even if the parents of these poor children won't protect them from these predators, it's up to us. What kind of a world are we going to leave behind if we don't do something to stop the dangerous path that we are on? I would love to know your thoughts on this. Is the whole transgender movement a bit of an excuse for some to exploit young children into believing that the body that you are born into is not okay? My final word on this is that I have absolutely no problem with the way that you want to transform your mind and body provided you are over the age of 18. But once you start messing with the innocence of children for your own perverted gain, then you and I need to have a chat. Just quietly, maybe just behind that little grassy knoll. But Rudy, let's finish up with an inspiring story in this mad world of ours. In New York, a motorcyclist who identifies as a bicyclist has crushed all the regular bicyclists, setting an unbelievable world record. In a local qualifying race for the World Road Cycling League, the motorcyclist crushed the previous 100-mile record of 3 hours, 13 minutes with his amazing new score of well under an hour. Professional motorcyclist racer Judd E. Banner, the brave trans vehicle rider, was allowed to race after he told league organisers he always felt like a bicyclist in a motorcyclist's body. Look, my ride has handlebars, 2 wheels and a seat. Just because I've got a little extra hardware such as an 1170cc flat twin engine with 110 horsepower doesn't mean I have any kind of inherent advantage here. Banner also painted the word Huffy on the side of his bike, ensuring he has no advantage over the bikes that came out of the factory as bicycles. Now, some critics say he needs to cut off his motor in order to make the competition fairer, but he quickly called these people bigots, and they were immediately banned from professional cycle racing. I did hear on the grapevine that he grabbed a fender from one of the bicycles and put it on his motorcycle. See? He's trans fender. See what I did there? Now go away and leave me a comment. I'm Gerald Pauschmann for The Point TV.